Oh, hello. Say hi, Benji. Say hi. Hi. Woof. Woof. Hi, woof. No, we can't get him to woof. Hey, everyone. Teddy Bear was so excited to start today that I thought that I would start a couple minutes early. And I'm hoping, I know I'm a couple minutes early, but I'm hoping that today I'm going to be able to see people's comments. So as soon as you get on, if you could comment so I could see if I'm going to be able to see them. Yesterday was just awful not being able to see your comments and to... I see like people signing on, like Susan and Rosalind and Jennifer and Kim, but I don't see, and Linda, Tina, but I don't see anybody commenting yet. Oh, yay! Emmy, hello, Emmy. Wonderful. Hey, you guys, what are you doing? Quit it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Charity. Welcome, everyone. Vicky, hi. And Lou, hello. How are you? Okay, good. So this is working today. Just Facebook is so glitchy, huh? So today, Friday, and it is exactly 2 weeks till Christmas, not to freak you out or anything. But if you are doing some Christmassy projects, then you might be interested in this one. This is a very popular, and hi, Rhonda, hi, Penny. This is a very popular one. It is an ornament, glitter ornaments. We're going to go over how to do glitter ornaments, just the basics, because a lot of people know how to do these already, and they just need, hi, Sherry from the UK. They know how to do these already, but I wanted, some people are jumping on the bandwagon just now. So I want to show them how to do these glitter ornaments, but I also want to make these little boxes that I got from Simply Crafty SVG, which are just adorable. Look at these boxes. They have like an insert that holds the ornament in, just like that inside. And they're really nicely presented like this, or you can cut it out with a circle, or you can cut it out with nothing here. And then you put some nice of your own paper choices here. I chose the holly for this one. This one I chose kind of an abstract. And I'm going to show you how to put those together. Get. Oh. You guys, I need to move into my new space. I think I'm going to move into my downstairs into my vault, because I just need more space, because the dogs are getting everything because I can't put it high enough. So anyway, yeah, this is a really fun box, and depending on the size of your ornament, so I'm going to show you 3 different sizes, and we're going to put together 2 different sizes, but this one is for a disc ornament that is larger than this one. This is a 3-inch disc ornament. And so it's a 3-inch disc ornament box, and this is the 4-inch, which I didn't have one hanging around, but for a 4-inch box. And then they also have round ones, and they have large and small of the round ones. So we're going to talk about glittering and finding stuff and uploading it in SVG, and I'm like so packed with information today, and my workspace is super crazy here. But anyway, we're gonna get to this. So I just want to stop and say hello. I'm so glad to see you all, and excited because it's Friday, but also because tomorrow night with Date Night, we are going to be doing a little bit of sewing and then embellishing, because we're going to make our own envelope pillow covers. Now these are for like throw pillows, like the square throw pillows can be any size, 12 by 12, 12 by 14, 12 by 16, 12 by 18, any size you want. And we're going to be doing those tomorrow night on date night. And I wanted to invite you there. It's at 7 o'clock here on Facebook Live, and it will be replayed for everyone to see later on, probably like Saturday night or Sunday morning. But so that's going to be fun. It is going to require a little bit of sewing, although I've been told by some of our viewers that using glue will also work, like a fabric glue, although I have never done it that way. And if I have a chance, I will try to pick up some fabric glue and try it that way. But you do need about half of a yard of whatever your favorite fabric is, and a pillow form. Now I buy the pillow forms, they're just plain. You know, I buy them on Amazon in a 2-pack, and they come all like squished up. Kind of funny. But you can use your old throw pillows. That's the beauty of this project, is that you can use your old throw pillows. And just sort of give them a new, like a refresh, or do something just for the season. And then once you learn this technique, you'll be switching out the pillowcases for every season, I promise you. It's so easy, and even if you have just basic sewing skills, you're going to be able to do this. So that is tomorrow night. The other thing that's exciting is I am getting so close to my 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I'm doing a shout out at the beginning of the video to anybody that's watching my video on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, do it, because if you do and you make a comment on one of my videos, I'm putting your name in for a $50 prize from Cricut at the end of the month. So you have to be subscribed, and you have to be commenting on at least one video, and we'll do this prize. And actually, I might even pick more than one person from YouTube, because I so want to hit my 10,000 subscribers, and I'm very close, and I need your help. And I know that about 65% of my viewers there are not subscribed. So if even just half of those people subscribed, boy, we would hit that 10,000 and more. And it's not a financial goal for me. It's more just a personal goal. Last year at this time, I only had 2,000 subscribers, and now I'm getting close to 10,000, which is a 5-time increase. So I'm told that I don't often tell people all the different stuff. So, and I just kind of want to focus on crafts. So don't think you're going to be hearing this a gazillion times, because I'm just not a salesperson. I just want to show you how to do stuff. All right. So let's get started. And yeah, no, it does not cost to subscribe. You just have to have a a Gmail or something to subscribe on YouTube. And the great thing about YouTube is that all of these videos, if you have to work or you have other plans and you miss a video, and remember, we're doing 6 videos at the minimum a week. Okay. So there's obviously some that you might miss live. So if you ever want to go back and look at the hundreds of videos that are there, and just sort of, I forgot, like, I think some people watch it in the morning and then maybe they're just listening and then they go back and watch it again. That's perfectly fine. And there's never going to be a cost there. So, hey, did you, Dawn, lose me? Okay, so let's get started. So today we are doing, to just reiterate, we are going to be going over the basics of how to do a glitter ornament. You notice that this one is not decorated, because I figured we could talk about the decoration later if people are very interested in that. But I broke this project down into 3 parts. The first part is you have to get the glitter inside of the ornament. The second part is you have to decorate the ornament, and then you have to create some presentation for the ornament. So we're going to focus on part 1 and part 3. And part 2 is something that is super easy, and I can show you in a different video, but I couldn't do it with this setup. So that's why I can only show you 2 of the setups here. So first of all, where do you get these boxes? Cricut doesn't have these boxes in Design Space. So you do have to purchase them, or you can create them. I didn't have time to create my own. So if I did, I would have given you the file. But to buy these files, these SVG files, I found this site, which is called simplycraftysvgs.com. And they have some really wonderful ornaments boxes. And so if you just go here and you search, where's the search? Search, am I missing it? Wait, shop. I guess I have to go shop and then search. It's a cute little place, you know, and they have some really nice, here we go. So if you do a search here and you just type ornament box, you will see that there's a lot of these boxes, and size is important with these boxes, okay? So you need to, before you purchase these SVGs, you need to know what size your ornaments are. Now, these are the ornaments that I use most of the time. These are 3 inches. It's measured from here to here. And there is a little bit of leeway in case, you know, it's a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. But if you you can get your hands on these are easy to find, then you would buy the 3-inch, and this is called a disc, okay? But there are also obviously the round balled ones. This one is a very large. It's actually, I think it's a 4-inch, and you can kind of just measure it by holding it up to a at the fattest point and holding it up to a ruler, and you'll know that it's about 4 inches. So that's what I mean. So don't go and buy the, say, 3.25 inch round ball ornament box when you have 4-inch boxes, you know, 4-inch ornaments. So you have to buy the correct one. But it's the same. If you've never purchased an SVG, you would just click on the one that you want to do, add it to cart, same as any sort of order. You add it to the cart. You have to have a free, you know, name and address or whatever. And then once you get to the sale, or you've already sailed, already purchased, then you're going to download. Okay. So, I have already purchased, from this site, these particular ornament boxes. So I'm just going to show you. I don't know why my computer is super slow this morning. And I do have, I don't know why it's so slow. I think it's my internet today because it's so slow. But anyway, I've purchased from these people before, and they hold on to your orders, and you can download them at any time. But once you get to the orders, you have to download. Now, we've talked about this before. It's an SVG, which means it's not in Cricut Design Space, okay? So here are all my orders, and I can view them. Once I view them, I can download here. See, schooldaysbox.zip. That's something I purchased, and it will stay there on their site forever, and then I can download it by just hitting that zip button. Now, I work on a Mac. So when I go to my downloads file, which is here, it automatically unzips the file for me. Now, you can do this by hand if your computer does not unzip. You just need a zipping tool. And if you're working on an iPad, same thing. You just need an unzip tool, and you need your files app. And we've gone over that, but I will go over it again because people really are having trouble understanding that. But once you have them in the downloads, you can just check and see that it's in your downloads. And then you're going to open up Cricut Design Space, okay? And you are going to, let me just move these out of the way so that you can see what we're going to do here. Group it and hide it. So then you're going to go to your empty canvas and you're going to go to upload. All right. And you're going to click on this upload image button. And then this will bring you, when you hit browse, this will bring you to that screen, that downloads file screen. And here we go. Right here are my downloads. And just so you know, these are all the downloads that I do. I have this whole complicated system of saving them. But once I download, but I haven't uploaded in Design Space, this is where they all land. So let's just look at this round ball ornament box, 4 inches. I'm going to click on the file folder that says SVG files and not the PDF and not the JPEG. A PDF is the written instructions on how to assemble this, which you could certainly print, but you cannot put a PDF in Design Space. A JPEG is a picture, okay? And you can put JPEGs in Design Space, but that's not what you want. You want the SVG files, okay? So in this particular case, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts to this file. And you have to bring in all 7 pieces. And so you're just going to go through this process of opening. So here I opened 1, and then down the bottom, you can't see it, but down the bottom, saving. And what that does is it brings it to this little library of your recently uploaded images. So I'm going to continue on, and I go upload, browse. I'm back here where I was before, and instead of that first one, I'm going to choose the second one, open, save, and you'll see that it starts to all save all along here. So we just do that with all 7 pieces. I don't need to show you all of those things, but this is what you would do, okay? And now, once I have all the pieces here, then what I'm going to do is I am going to click on them in my recently uploaded images area. So in this case, this one here, I'm going to choose all those pieces. Remember that they are 1, 2, 3. This one's actually a little smaller. So this is all from 1. So let's do that. And this comes in like this. And what you're going to do is, because all like SVG handling programs handle things differently, the way that SVG designers do their patterns is that they have to come in unattached. So in the case, it looks like it's attached, but look, here's the box. And you'll notice if you look on the right-hand side, there's 2 layers here, a cut. And the first one is a cut, which is this dash. It's going to serve as a score line for us, but we need to make sure we attach that score line to the cut file, which is the actual shape. Okay. And you just simply do that by clicking on any of your pieces that have these 2 layers and choosing attach. That's down here on the bottom. So I just go through all these pieces and I select them and hit attach. And if you do not do this, I'll show you what happens. So you could do this, not do this, and then what happens is you end up with a sheet that is just is just, what do you call it? The cut score lines, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird for you. So you do have to do this, and there's kind of no getting around it. You have to do this. Some also, by the way, some SVG people also offer solid score lines, and that, I think this one actually does. So if you wanted to, say, go and do the solid score lines, look for their file folder that says solid score lines, okay, which this one does have. And so you just choose each piece. Now, the thing that you need to know about this is if you're going to choose solid score lines, which I just did, what it comes in as, because it's an outside designer's file, is it actually comes in as a cut file. So if you were to cut this, okay, and you attached it, say, and you were to cut it, it would cut into all little pieces. You don't want that. So what you need to do is go over to, once you select it, you go over here to your cuts, and you choose this one that is just the cut, the solid score. It shows as cut, so you need to change it to score by choosing the line type score down here, okay? So just to repeat, if you want the solid score lines, once you bring it in, you need to go over here, choose the part that's the solid score lines. You'll notice it says cut, and then go over to line type and choose score. Okay, and then your score will work. Okay, and you'll be using either, if you have an Explorer or any Explorer, you'll be using your scoring stylus, and if you have a Maker, you would be using your scoring wheel, or you can also use the stylus. If you have a Joy, outside designer files are actually your friend because they don't have scoring. And so things like this, as long as they are smaller than that 4.25, will do these sort of dash cut lines, and you're able to do this really, really well. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to cut these out, okay? Because they're pretty simple. What I am going to do is show you how to put them together, and then also before that, I want to show you how to glitter an ornament. So let me move you. I want to just check and see we're all doing okay. What happened? Brenda, oh, your husband in the hospital. Oh, shingles are the worst. Oh my gosh, the worst. Oh, wonderful, Emmy. I'm so glad. Okay, so let's move down here. I just got this here to sort of save my space. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a lot of glue on here. And because we're doing these ornaments, I wanted to show you how I try to keep my space clean. All right, so to do a glitter ornament, you need obviously an ornament, and these are easy to find. You'll find them at Joann's, and especially Michael's has them. They're online. Sometimes you can find them at the Dollar Tree store. I think even Target or whatever. They're everywhere, right? And they come in glass. They come in plastic. Personally, I like the plastic because I tend to break things, but you can buy them in glass. This one's in glass, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take off this top, and it's simply a prong that you're going to press like this to put it back in, but you're going to save this. Don't let the dogs get it because it's a mess. And then we have our ornament. You're going to need like a plastic cup. I use these Solo cups or whatever they are called, and you can tell that I use them just for this, and I reuse them because I don't like to throw away things, okay? So so there's all of my glitter on the bottom. Then we're going to use, to make the glitter attach, we're going to be using this stuff. Now, you can use other things. Some people have used things like Mod Podge. Some people have used floor wax, but this is what I choose to use. I think because I feel like it's the most easy for me. I've used actually the floor wax, and I didn't like what happened with it. So I like this because it's thick enough, it dries fast, and it spreads easily. Okay, you can buy this by the quart and maybe even like a pint at Home Depot or Lowe's. I've been using the same jar, and I make these every year, like 4 years now, and maybe I make a couple dozen, and I still have it in here. Now, what I do to make it easier is I got myself this little squeegee bottle. It's a mayo bottle. Like, first of all, like, who would put mayo in a squirt bottle? But anyway, so I decided I repurposed this, and I put it into this bottle, and then I can twist it open, you see, and that way I can fully direct the polyacrylic into this here. Okay, and so once we take off the top, we're going to take and squeeze in some. You don't need a lot. Maybe like 2 full squeezes, and then you're going to just start moving it around like this. Now, if you feel like it's not enough, you can always put more, but I like to start a little bit with less than more. And if it helps you, you can put something around the thing so that you don't get sticky fingers. But what you're trying to attempt here is to get all of that polyacrylic all over all of the edges, you see? And it's best not to shake it because you'll actually see I already have some little bubbles. I don't want any more than that. So I'm just going to move it around all the way around and start it towards the hole, but important to get all around your bulb, okay? And then once you get to that point, you'll have some extra in there, and that's where the cups come in handy. You're going to turn this upside down and leave it to drain, and you can kind of see that it's draining, okay? And that's an important piece because if you have too much in there, it's going to make it too slippery for the glitter, and you'll end up with pools of glitter on the bottom, and it won't be perfect the way that you want it to be, okay? So give it a few minutes to sort of, I'm going to move some things over here, but give it a few minutes until it sort of gets undrippy. I'll show you that again. So here's with the smaller piece, the smaller ornament. I'm going to do, I closed it. All right, I'm going to do a couple squirts in there. I do use a little piece of paper towel so that I don't get my fingers all like sticky from the polyacrylic. And I'm moving it all around, you see that? And making sure that it gets in all parts of that ornament. Did it get in that part? No, it didn't, huh? Maybe I'm going to give it a little tiny bit of squirt more. Yeah, just because I want to make sure it gets all in there. And this, by the way, this is a super fun project to do with littles because they just love it. And the glitter will not, I promise you, will not get everywhere. When you're done, the glitter is inside of the ornaments. Or you can do the ornaments first, like do the glitter inside of the ornaments first and have them decorate the outside. That's also a fun thing. Okay, so once the majority of it and I'm going to rush it a little bit because we're on a time schedule here. But so once the majority of this has come out, we're going to take some glitter. Now you could use a little funnel if you wanted to. I always use my hands for this. So this is what I do. Oh, I'm glad I put that paper down because look, I made a mess. All right, so we're going to turn it over. And if you have to, you can use a little wipe to wipe off the top there, okay? And then you open. You could do it that way too. I never thought of that. Okay, so I'm going to choose this really fun hex chunky glitter. What color? It's called Pastel Mix. And I usually just use my hand and sort of pour it in. Now, you don't pour the whole bottle in, but you'll be surprised at how much it will work with just a little bit. And then once you have that going, you're just going to start moving it around. Now, there is this possibility if you wanted to do two tones and stuff like that, this is where you could do that. But because we're just doing the basics here, and you guys will work on different things. Now, I've done just a little bit of glitter. I'm going to show you one of the ones that I did a little bit of glitter on, but most of the time you're trying to get as much glitter as you can so it coats the entire thing. And this is where you can shake a little bit and just sort of make sure that it's getting into all of those spaces. You see, so here I think I need a little bit more just for that very tip top. And if you are trying to be frugal and you don't want to use up all your glitter, because I hear you, I'm the same way, especially if I get some glitter that's really awesome and I don't have a whole lot of it. You could pour it back into an empty cup, not a cup that has your Minwax that's dripped out, but you could pour it back into an empty cup and then put it back into your bottle after it's possibly is dried off. But now see, this is not the way I want it to be. There's still some that's not covered here, so I can keep going back and doing it. Now, if it's already dried and you have that problem, you can actually start over and do the Minwax again. So don't be feeling like, oh, it didn't come out the exact way that I wanted it to, and so it's ruined. It's really not. It's really not. And besides which, where are you going to find a bulb that looks like this? Oh my God. I love it. But you know me, I like the pink and the green. All right, so here is what we have left. And just so for drying purposes, I do turn it upside down, and I usually will leave this a couple of hours or overnight. And this is what I mean about working with the littles, is that you could do this part ahead of time. And you do not need to close them up. And in fact, if you close them up now while it's still wet, there is a potential for this little part to scratch the inside and take some of your glitter off. But when when it's dry, and give it a couple hours, but you would just then pinch this like this and put it in the air, and then make sure this top part covers the top of the ornament. Some people have been known to glue these. I don't usually glue them, but definitely don't do it while it's still wet. I'm doing it because I'm being naughty, but you guys, you'll do it the right way, okay? So here you go. There is a glitter ornament. Let's show you again. And remember to allow it to wait to get together. So here's our little guy, and let's choose, I don't know, I kind of like this multicolored stuff, so we're going to choose that. And again, I use my hand like this. Yeah, I think that's probably enough. Let me use my finger and start to shake it like a Polaroid picture. All right, here we go. That one went really fast. This one was bigger, but that went really, really fast, and plus it's smaller glitter. And I shake out the rest and you can leave it sit like this overnight or a couple of hours or whatever. So that is it. This part needs to be done, I think, before you decide what you're going to put on the outside. And we've done the outside with a Joy. It works out really, really well. But you can do it on a Joy, use regular vinyl. Just regular vinyl, or you can use the colored or the other stuff. And let me just show you a few that I've done before. So here's one that I did with like a blue glitter that says Spread Joy. This one I did with that big hex glitter, silver, and I see that there's a couple little holes in the glitter, so that's not a really great example, but I put Merry and Bright on there. This one I did, and I purposefully did it. I put two different kinds of glitter in there. I put the stars, I put the hex, and red and gold. I like the way that looks. And I didn't put a lot in because I wanted to be able to see through the ornament, and it actually ended up being too much that I'm seeing through the ornament because I was trying to put something on the inside as well once this was done. But here's a couple other examples. This I love. It's opal hex, and it makes the best snowman faces. So if you like snowmen, Dawn Walsh, this is a good one to do for snowman. And don't feel stuck to the red and green. Obviously, I don't. And look, here's a beautiful green multi. There's a blue multi. There's all kinds to do here. And then you simply cut out and apply. I like the disc style because it's easier to apply. I'll be really honest. The round ones it's okay. It's easy. It's okay to do. It's not super easy because you got a rounded surface, but if you're patient enough, you will get that done. So that's the part one of making glitter ornaments. We're going to skip part two, which is the decorating, simply because that takes an entirely a whole time, and also I don't have the space. As you can see, I don't have the space for it. So I'm going to move this, and now I'm going to show you how to put together this box, or these boxes, I should say. So once I have done, or maybe you do it in a different time frame, I don't know, but once I am ready to make a box, you know what? I put the wrong thing on the top of that. That's why I was having a hard time on there. I did. Okay. All right, Rita. All right, so here is just an example of the different size boxes. This is for the very large one. This uses a lot of paper. It uses whatever your solid is. I think it's like 3 sheets of your solid and 1.5 sheets of your patterned if you're making the big one. So be aware of that, because if you choose your patterned or your panels here, you need to have 2 sheets of it, 12 by 12 sheets of it. The smaller ones for the discs take less, and I was able to make these with 8.5 by 11 inch paper. This one I used 12 by 12 paper, but I only needed 1 sheet of the 12 by 12 patterned. Okay, and so you'll see with these boxes, there's a pattern on the back and on the top. It makes it look very professional. It has like a nice fold bottom. You can either cut this out with a square. There's like a fancy rectangle type of thing, not rectangle, but square, fancy look. And then you can do a circle, or you can just do plain. And that makes a really nice gift box. So if you're in a pinch for a gift box and you don't want to use the ornament part, just simply cut it out without the front facing. And then you don't need these insert pieces either. Okay. So it's a great all-purpose box for you to use for any other reason, not just for ornaments. Okay. And then don't feel constrained to put it on just white. I've tried it with different colors. It works out great. So let's do the big one first. So I've cut out all the pieces, and then we'll do the small one. So here are my cutouts for for the box, I found this paper. It's from an old paper pack that was by Mambi. And I don't think you can buy it anymore. I'm sorry, but you can find something similar. It's really kind of cute. All right, so here are 2 insert pieces. We're going to put those aside along with our panel pieces, and then you'll see that you have these 2 very large pieces, and then this. This is actually, if you see where it's folded, this actually becomes the lid to this box. Okay, and these are your actual box pieces. Now you're going to fold everything at the scoring, and there's scoring all around because it's a box. So here's the bottom pieces, right, like this. So score that one, and let's score this one. I actually like the dashed cut lines with my scoring, but some people do not, and so there's nothing wrong with substituting out the solid score lines. Just not every SVG designer gives them to you. So, all right, so let's start with these 2 big pieces. We want to make sure that these bottoms are facing, I'm sorry, I have to scroll through comments. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hope you're still following me. Okay, so this is the front. Obviously, this is going to be the side. This is going to be the back, and this is going to be the other side. Now, you're going to connect these 2 pieces together, and the way that it goes is make sure, I'm going to just move you ever so slightly, okay? But okay, so make sure that these 4 pieces are on the bottom, because I have done it where I've tried to do it this way and that doesn't work. Okay, so this part is the top, but these things indicate the bottom. You notice that there's like a notch here because we're going to attach this large piece to this other piece that doesn't have the cutout, but this has a cutout, so it didn't want to go through the cutout. Okay, and we're just going to take our glue, and we're going to put some glue onto that cutout piece, or that cut to attach the 2 pieces together. I may have put a little too much on. And working on a flat surface on the back, and I know it's sometimes a little hard to know where the back is. I use textured paper. This is from Cricut, so that way I know this is the front. And then I'm going to align flat surface. I'm going to align this piece with this piece. Real important that you align it correctly. Fold over that tab there. Give it a second, and then I always go back and check my work and make sure that basically I am really close to the side. Okay, so now I have one whole piece. This is my box. I'm going to fold this tab and take this side to close up the box, you see? And then I'm going to put some glue onto this tab and close up the box. Work on the flat surface. Believe me, I know there's like this feeling you got to work close to your body. I did that, especially when I first started, and it led to a lot of very unbalanced pieces. Okay, so now that you actually have the box, we are going to, before we actually create the box, we're going to take this piece. This is the top, and we are going to connect it to, just want to make sure, I think it's a rounded. There's a rounded and the sharp side. So I'm going to put it on the sharp side. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here on that. And on the inside back, like this, I'm going to put the top. See that? Now I can start folding. I start with the bottom and I fold in this part that looks kind of like a bottom of an H. And I do the 2 sides that catch it. And then this one comes in, and don't worry, it will be sturdy enough for your for your ornament. They're pretty light, but if you feel uncomfortable, you could also put in a box bottom if you had something else besides an ornament in there. So here's my ornament box, plain. Now that's just to show you how it ends up. Now we need to take our panels and apply the panels. So it's going to go pretty easy peasy. There's panels for all of the sides and even one for the top. And we're just using our glue. And I have glitter on this, but we're using our glue and applying them. There is a slight like line around it so you can see the white, which is nice. And then cut out like this. And remember, you can cut out the front as a circle, as a square, or even blank. That's up to you how you want to do it. For presentation purposes, I love the opening. But if you, for storage purposes, you could do the closed up one, or for a different type of a gift maybe. Okay, and then we've got these two pieces, and then this one. Let's do these two first. Obviously, I'm rushing. You guys will do better because you won't be rushing. But I'm rushing just so you can kind of see every aspect of this. And then you'll have your own paper that you can choose from. And then here is this box. I'm going to flip it over and do this here. And the only reason why I do it that way is because I want to be able to see the Santa upright on the top of the ornament box. Whoop. Here we go. All right. Now we can assemble the box again. So again, on the bottom, it's that like bottom of an H. Then you put in the two sides, and then you take that little tab and pop it in. You might need to go here on the bottom just to make sure it's secure. Now the last thing that you have to do is work with these liners, okay? There are two liners. One's bigger than the other. This one here that's the small is for the top, and this one here that's the bigger is for the bottom. And this is so that your ornament will actually won't break in transit or whatever, and it will sit perfectly inside of the box. This is where getting the ornament correct, the size ornament and everything correct. So anyway, so the bottom one, you just simply fold it. You don't need to glue it. You just put it into your box bottom. It just lays there like this. The top one, though, the folds go upward. It's just the way they do ornament boxes, which I think is kind of cool. And let's take our ball, even though it's not completely dry, and put it in there. And then we take our top one, and then we just sort of feed that on there so that the top is showing. You see? And then we simply close the box. Whoops, I got that. Okay, and that is it. Isn't that great? So let me show you the small version real quick. The same sort of thing. We've got the two liner pieces. We got the panel pieces. And then we have, in this case, it's only two pieces for the top and, for the entire box, okay? And you'll see, because it's smaller, you use less paper. And I was able to use 8.5 by 11-inch sheets of paper to make these smaller ones, a little more economical for you if you're trying to save money for the Christmas season or for holiday gift giving or whatever. And let's see. So we're going to fold at all of these places, and this actually becomes not only the top, but the side and the bottom. So it has a fold that there's the flap, there's the top, there's the side, and there's the bottom, okay? So once we have it all folded up, we're just going to attach both pieces together. Here, glue. Line it up. Do this tab. Hold it there for a second. Make sure that it's lined up correctly by looking at the side. Then this side goes over here. Glue here. So it's slightly different because it's smaller. It's only 2 pieces instead of 3. So there is our box like this. And then we're going to just take our cutout pieces and put them on the panels or the panel pieces and put them on. Whatever you choose. Again, I'm rushing through this. You shouldn't. You know, this should be a fun little project. Again, perfect for working with the kiddos, or if you like, I don't know, work in a assisted living home. This is a fun project, and it really churns out a beautiful design, and you don't really have to do much. I mean, it really is very impressive to get one of these in its own fancy little box. And remember, keep the box, and you can store the ornament away in there. Some people leave them in the box. I've seen that with some collectibles. So even if you didn't make your own ornament and you bought an ornament, you could use this box for that purpose. Think of that. Okay, I'm putting my last piece on to the sides. I'm going to flip it like this, and I'm going to put my piece here on the top. Boom. Right? Turn it. Start with the H side, put that down, put the little sides down, and then get the tab in there. Right? Then I got my 2 liner pieces. The bigger one goes on the bottom with making like a little stand. No glue on that part. And let's get our not quite done ornament. And put the top piece in. And close it. That's it. All you need to do is put, you know, some sort of tag on it. You don't even need to wrap it. I don't think. I wouldn't wrap it anyway. And that is it. That's our glitter ornaments. All right. So, this is a fun project, and think of it this way, you know, if you don't have a lot of people because of COVID and everything to give to, you know, what you could do is if you have these available, just go ahead and make them up and then put them away with your Christmas gifts with your Christmas decorations for next year, and then you can have them to give away next year, and all your work is done. Maybe you just have to put something on for the vinyl. So that is it for this project, okay? I hope you like them. Tell me if you do. So, and let's see, just a kind of a reminder, I'm almost used up all my time, but kind of a reminder, today's Friday, so it's the last day during the week for Cricut Chat at 9 o'clock, and then I'm back on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Now, and we're doing those pillows, okay? And even if you're not into sewing, come anyway, because it's fun and we have prizes. And then if I have to, because I have so many projects that I want to show you before the holiday. If I have to, I'll come back on Sunday for like a bonus edition. So keep an eye out. And in order to be notified of that, you have to be following the Miss Rita to the Rescue page, because otherwise you won't get a notification, at least in theory. Sometimes the notifications do not work, and I apologize for that. But if I come on for a bonus, I'll be doing something. I might be doing an infusible ink pillowcase because I'm having trouble squishing everything into the next 2 weeks. Yikes! So definitely join me. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. You could win a prize. And we will see you again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here on Facebook. Miss Rita to the Rescue. This is Cricut Chat. And tomorrow night we call that Cricut Date Night. I hope you'll be my date tomorrow night. And I hope everything is going well. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to comments today, but I will go back and look at the comments and answer them offline. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Surebonder fabric glue sticks. Oh, interesting. I'm going to think about that too. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you again tomorrow night, I hope. And stay safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks, Diane.